All right. Woo, we're about to have a good time tonight. All right, so let's see here. All right, my beautiful people, man. Thanks so much for joining. While you guys are connecting, go ahead and hit that like and share button. Let people know that we're here. We're gonna be talking about money tonight, and we have quite a few people who inbox me frequently, and so I figured tonight will be my public offering to talk to you guys about a little bit of a few concepts to consider to fix broke in your life. Or not in your life, just to fix broke. Broke is temporary. It's a temporary condition. If you are broke, you feel bogged down with bills, don't have enough money, have more month at the, don't have enough money at the end of the month, got more month than you do money. Well, I want to talk to you guys about a few things to consider, especially amidst this government shutdown. So this is New Black Wall Street, where Black folk talk about money. I'll be sharing with you guys a few tips to help you win with money. And, you know, you take it for what it's worth. I may answer some questions, I may not. It just depends on how I feel. Because I truly believe that if you value some of this information, that you'll pay for it. That's how I feel. We pay for everything else. Matter of fact, we paid our way into debt. So you might have to pay your way out. All right. So, but I'll do my best. I'm open to, you know, discussion, and I hope that this broadcast will help you tonight. It's New Black Wall Street. It's your boy ERGJ, man. It's time to get this show on the road. Mr. DJ, you know what time it is, man. Mr. DJ, if I can find you, hit the music.
Black Wall Street, do it right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the New Black Wall Street. It's on the New Black Wall Street. He's your host.
Oh my goodness! How do my stream just end? What's going on? Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. All right, so YouTube or Facebook just went down. Let's do this again. All right, NBWS, how to fix broke. Let's see if we're gonna be all right here. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Good old, you know, whenever you try to do something for your people, you're gonna always run into, you're gonna always run into some obstacle. That's okay. We are still here. Good evening to you, by the way. I'm seeing that YouTube is still going on. We'll just do it again. We will just do it again. I don't know what happened. See if we can get a good broadcast here tonight. All right. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. All right, my beautiful people, again, I'm not quite sure what's going on, but we are still here. I just had to just try it again. So I'm your boy ERGJ. This is New Black Wall Street, and we're going to be talking to you guys tonight about money. How to fix broke is our topic. For those that don't know, I am a certified financial educator. I've been teaching people about money for a long time. You can teach, but that don't mean that they'll listen. Some people do, some people don't, most people won't. But while you guys are connecting, go ahead and hit that like button, that share button, let people know that we're here. I'll be sharing with you guys a few tips for you to consider. If you really want to win with money, a few tips for you to consider if you really want to win with money. So there's a lot of things that we could be doing tonight. I believe the football game's on, something like that, but I just choose to do something different. Do something different than what most other people will do, which allows me to live how most people can't afford to live. And so a lot of it comes down to decision. I had to decide to study when everybody else is partying. I had to decide, you know, to work on things that I know that I should work on things when everybody else wanted to party. So a lot of it comes down to decision. And we've all made decisions in our life. We can look back on those decisions and see where they have gotten us, how far they've gotten us, how far in debt they've gotten us, and things like that. So tonight we're going to talk about how to fix broke. Everybody put in the comments on fix broke. We're going to talk about how to fix broke. I'm going to share with you just a few concepts because it's more than just a few. But, you know, little by little, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So we're going to be one bite at a time tonight. Go ahead and hit that like button, that share button, let people know that we're here. Hopefully those that really want to win with money this year, they'll tune in. As I say, man, it's just very interesting to me how obviously we weren't taught about money, but then now that we're adults and we're conscious or awakening, we have the opportunity to decide for ourselves what we learn. And simply, most people are not interested in learning about money. They talk about wanting to be free, but they do not take the time to study and to learn what they don't know. And I want to tell you today that what you don't know is hurting you. What you don't know about money is hurting you. New Black Wall Street, man. Time to get this show on the road. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
The new Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. Who's your host?
All right, my beautiful people, man. I'm ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. The Black Billionaires Club is a study of Black wealth, a study of 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I'm just truly believe that if you want to be wealthy, big if you, right, that means you got to determine that's what you want to do. If you want to be wealthy, you should study wealthy people. And if you just happen to be Black and you want to be wealthy, well, maybe you want to study wealthy Black people. That might help you out as well. And so tonight, I wanted to bring a special broadcast. This is a special broadcast. Hit that like button, that share button, let people know we're here. We're going to be talking about money. I understand it as we hit that like button and we hit that share button, everybody's not interested in talking about money. You know, they want to spend it. They may want to earn it, but they don't, you know, they don't necessarily want to discuss strategy, things that they can do in order to win with money. So I understand that we're not going to catch everybody. I understand that football is more important. I understand that R. Kelly is more important, although you're going to be dealing with money the rest of your life, every day of your life. But yet we haven't made money or economics a major topic for us to study. So everybody put it down, so study. Money is a major topic. And either you're winning with money or you're not. And so we typically find, here's what I find, that when we get into those rough spots financially, that's when we actually want to learn what we don't know. But then once we get out of those rough spots, we stop learning because it was something that we did out of desperation instead of inspiration. It was something that we had to do. So we were forced to do it. So we did something. But then once there was no longer a force of it, we stopped learning about it. And then therefore we aren't able to teach our children. And so the cycle continues, right? So tonight I wanted to share with you just a couple of things, a couple concepts, a couple things for you to consider, think about, chew on, as we talk about how to fix broke. Because too many of us are stuck between a rock and a hard place. Too many of us are robbing Peter to pay Paul. Too many of us are knee deep in debt. Too many of us are over leveraged with credit. Too many of us want to look rich but still be broke. Too many of us are in those positions. And so I got so much to share. I'll try to keep it. I'm gonna try to structure it so that it doesn't go all over the place and be rambling. Because that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to share some things with you that can help you and that can help us. And so the first thing I want to talk about is, as we think about this thing called money, think about where we are in 2019, and you think about however old you are, and you think about, man, of all this time that I've been here on this earth, of all this time that I've been here accumulating, right, of all this time I've been working hard to pay the bills and to feed the family, all this time money's been coming into my hands, what do I have to show for it? So one of the first concepts I want you to understand that it really doesn't matter how much money you make. It matters, but it doesn't matter. What really matters is what you do with the money that you make. That's the most important part. Because if you learn what to do with money when you don't make a lot of it, then typically as you make more, you'll still be disciplined and you'll have control over it because you've learned the principles of money along the way. And so unfortunately in our community, and I'm in Atlanta, by the way, across our great nation, there must be a reason why financial education is not a major topic of a major subject to study in these preordained institutions, from kindergarten to elementary to high school to college. No financial education. There must be a reason why whoever has set up these institutions don't want you and I to learn about money. Because quite possibly, we understand that if we knew about money, we would fight and we would make sure that we remain free. But because we don't understand money, we don't know about money, we haven't been taught about it. The borrower is servant to the lender, and we have a master, right? Who we have to pay for the use of what he has given us, which is money. And we do that so that we can take care of a house, we can take care of our home, we can get the car, we can live the life that we want to live. But typically the life that we want to live, all is borrowed. So we don't really own anything. There must be a reason why it's set up that way. If you think about it, like, that doesn't make any sense. They would teach you all these things that you might not even ever use in life, but yet the one thing that you'll use for the rest of your life, you know nothing about. Does that make any sense? Doesn't make much sense, does it? You're going to be using money for the rest of your life, but yet we don't know and don't understand it. So I just find that crazy. But anyway, we're not here to talk about what is. We're talking about the things that we can do, because I also teach that we shouldn't concern ourselves too much with what we can't control. We need to talk about what we can control, right? And again, money, the real principle is it really doesn't matter to me how much you make. What matters to me is what you do with what you make. And unfortunately, too many of us, we spend way more than we make, i.e. debt. We spend way more than we make. That doesn't make good sense. That's just not smart. Okay, yes, we want to be smart with money. Everybody put be smart with money. We want to be smart with money. So as we're now in the beginning of the year, 2019, January 20th, the first thing I want us to do, if we want to fix broke in our lives, the first thing I want you to do is look back. I want you right now to think about 2018, right? And I want you to think about, I'm going to ask you this question. I just really want you to think about it. What mistakes did you make in 2018 with your money? What did you buy that you shouldn't have bought? What are some of the, and when I say this, we all make stupid mistakes when it comes to money. But when I say that, what pops into your head? Like, man, yeah, that was a dumb purchase. That was a dumb investment. That was a dumb, I don't know, whatever. You spent money, and when you look at it, you're like, man, I shouldn't have done that. And now you can learn from it. Now, why am I asking you to look back? Well, the reason why I want us to look back is because we need to correct the errors of our judgment. We need to correct the errors of our judgment. So you and I, we've done some dumb stuff with money. But if we don't look back and see what we've done, and then go and correct our errors, then guess what? We're going to make those same mistakes again. So I'll give you an example of some things that still have hit me from 2019. One of the things that I did that was stupid with money, or I'm gonna say that was dumb for me, was I was looking to get an attorney to help us with our investment club. And I had an attorney that was kind of helped me with the first one, but I thought I needed something bigger and better. So I, talked to him. He finally got me to put the retainer down. You got to retain an attorney, and it was $1,200. $1,200. Once I actually paid the money, right, I kind of stopped getting service. The calls were not as much. I'm still trying to figure out. I didn't get anything for my $1,200. I can't really get in touch with the person. I'm thinking about suing them, right? I'm getting my money back. Like, dang, what happened? Right? Call them, no return call. Maybe they was going through something with with the receptionist and with some turnover. I don't know, but that's my $1,200 that I spent for this new attorney when I could have just spent probably $200 with the person I was working with for my first club. And it really stings because that was $1,200. You know what I'm saying? And I still haven't got any value from that money that I spent. And so I'm like, okay, correct the errors of my judgment. Another example. I'm talking about looking back. See, I'm gonna share stuff with you. I make stupid mistakes too, but I look back over and say, okay, what can I do better? If you guys know, I wrote the book. The book that I wrote, I had to get it revised and formatted. And so I have, again, same thing. I have someone in-house that can kind of take care of all that stuff for me, probably pennies on a dollar. But I got hooked into with a new person who I thought could do the job. And I ended up spending money, and that job didn't get done quite the way it should have got done. So that was probably about a $400 error, right? Eventually, I was able to, get my my PDF and stuff back, and I went through and edited it myself. I got my mother to help me with editing it as well. But I spent money into the potential of great service, but didn't get the great service. So those are two examples for me that were similar. And I'm looking back saying, okay, how can I make sure that I don't make that same mistake this year? So for me, it's like, man, trust the people that you know. You know what I'm saying? Trust the people that you've been working. For me, I got to trust the people who I've been working with. Wouldn't it make more sense, right, for me the person that I've already been working with, to give them that little extra? We've done work together. I trust them. You know what I'm saying? Why would I go and give that money to someone new who hadn't proven himself versus giving the money to someone that I did know that we've already done stuff with already? I wouldn't be having the angst. I wouldn't have this hurt, right, that I have right now. But what about you? 2009. See, again, we need to go back. We need to recognize our money mistakes, and then we need to correct our errors of judgment. Everybody put in the console, correct my errors. You got to correct your errors. You know, you spent money on something. You bought something that you got in the closet that you shouldn't have got. Somebody coerced you to do it and you shouldn't did it. You know, you invested into that company. Maybe it's a MLM or something like that. And you never did. You really didn't have your heart in it, but yet you spent money in it month after month after month after month. You got nothing from it because you didn't plan to do anything with it anyway. You know, some areas when it comes to money that you have to look back at and say, this was a mistake, and I'm going to correct my errors of judgment. If you don't, you'll repeat it again. If you don't, you'll repeat it again. You understand? So the first thing I want us to do is as we're looking to fix broke, as we're looking to win with money, is to look back. Just 1 year. What are some of the stupid things you did with money last year? And how do you plan to make sure you don't do those things again? But guess what, guys? We don't take the time to look back. We just keep moving forward. That's cool. And then we don't remember. We don't remember it. Because something comes up, something new and shiny, some new person, whatever, comes up, and we do it again because we didn't take the time to really go through the process of learning from our own history. Look back. So we look back at 2018. Look at where the stupid places you spent money. Look and see if you got value for that which you spent. Right? So you want to look back. Okay? Look back. I'm not quite sure where that number came from. So I was thinking about that today. I said, man, I really want to share with the people some practical stuff that doesn't cost them a whole bunch of money. It's not going to cost you a whole bunch of money to do that. Right? It's not going to cost you a lot of money to take the time to evaluate your past. Right? You can go further than a year, but just go back last year. Evaluate your past. Right? And if we continue to make dumb decision after dumb decision after dumb decision, I'm just talking strictly about money. Dumb decision, because we all got some stupid tax. Dumb decision after dumb decision after dumb decision. how do you ever expect to turn it around? You understand? How do you expect to turn it around if you won't even take the time to review your progress, your process, your progress? Mark Dane said 3,200 on a cruise, even though we saved over a year's time in 2017. The trip lasted 8 days at the beginning of 2018. Oh, wow. So that was a okay. So that was one of so wow. Now it's interesting. I took a cruise too in 2018, and I won't say it was a I I don't feel like it was a mistake, but what I did learn from it, I won't do it again. Not that, because it wasn't just a cruise. Okay, you probably add everything. It wasn't just a cruise. So the cruise was about $1,000, $1,100, something like that. I was cool with that. Payment plan, pay it off, a year of time to pay the cruise off, right? But then there was, okay, now you gotta get the flight. I was like, dang, I thought that was included. So now you gotta get the flight. That came up to another 1,000 some odd. Let me tell you something. For that, let's just say, I don't know, $2,500 I spent for that cruise. I didn't have $2,500 worth of fun, I can tell you that. I didn't have $2,500 worth of relaxation. I didn't have $2,500 worth of experience. I did not have what I spent versus the value that I received. It wasn't $2,500. I could have kept that, Jack. What I would probably do different, again, I'm looking back and I'm correcting my error. What I would probably do different, I say, okay, well, I'll spend $500 or whatever, maybe $1,000 total, maybe $700 for the trip back and forth, and I just fly over to wherever I want to go. If I go to Rome or Spain or whatever, find me a nice ticket, and I just fly over there, go stay for a few days, you know what I'm saying, and fly back. That's it. So that won't happen again for me, right? That's a good example, Mark. Another $900 on flights, $400 on hotel. See, they don't get into all that. They be like, oh, you can take this trip, this cruise for $199 or whatever it is. Then you got to get to the port. Then you got to get the whole. That's just too much money. I didn't have $2,500, $3,000 worth of fun. I didn't have $3,000 worth of experience. It would never happen to me again. It was a 7-day cruise, never again. Okay, I experienced it. I paid for it. It's behind me. I'm learning from it, moving forward. That's $3,200 going to my business. That's $3,200 I could have flipped into $9,000, $1,200, $12,000. Maybe later on when I could really afford it, but I couldn't really afford it to be taking that trip. Anybody else? You're looking back over 2019. You're saying, you know, I made a couple big money mistakes. I had some errors in judgment, and I tell you, most of those mistakes that we make have to do with enjoyment or entertainment of some sort. Most of them, not all of them, right? Maybe you got in trouble with the law last year. Maybe you made you was texting and driving. You hit somebody that cost you some money that you wasn't expecting. Come on now. Let's just keep it real. See, we got to keep it real. That's why that's why talking about money ain't easy for everybody. Because it requires you to reveal some things like, man, okay, that was stupid. But see, don't be ashamed because we done all made stupid mistakes. We done made, woo! Yeah, we done all made, we call stupid tax. Everybody put it down so stupid tax. We done all paid some stupid tax when it comes to our money because of some of the decisions that we made, because of the neglect that we've had. But you got to look back, 2018. What's some stupid tax that you paid? Did you pay for a class of some sort, education, but you didn't go? You got the class, you got the webinar, but you never attended, you never watched it. You paid for it, but you didn't never attend to show up and get it. That's I know. See, I can go on and on because I get stuff happens all the time around me, right? Some stupid tax that you pay, right? I know I talk fast, you type. I'll give you an opportunity to think about that. And I know some of y'all might just feel embarrassed. Listen, I'm telling you, you're going to have to get past embarrassment. You're going to have to get past thinking that you're the feeling that all of my money stuff is personal. And here's the reason why. Because all of your money stuff is personal means that you're not going to tells me you're not going to get the help that you need to fix your problem. That's what it tells me. If everything that has to do with money to you is personal, it tells me that it's gonna remain personal, and you're not gonna get the help that you need to fix your personal problem. Gotta get past that. I'm telling you, that's been drilled in us for too long that we shouldn't talk about money. And because we don't talk about it, we don't actually come up, we don't even talk about the problems that we have with money. Therefore, we don't find the solutions that we need with money. You hear what I'm saying? Because we've been trained from 5 years old to not talk about money. We therefore don't talk about the problems that we have when it comes to money, and therefore we can't find a solution. Right? Nah, Vivian, you're not gonna get away with that one. Nope. You're not gonna get away with that one. You made a stupid decision. It was some way in 12 months. No, you're not gonna fool me with that. Not last year. Nope. You made a couple of dumb decisions last year. Let's just keep it real. Ain't nobody getting past this one. Like, oh no, I didn't make no dumb decisions. No, yes you did. Oh, yes you did. Yes you did. All right. But anyway, you want to look back. You want to review and recognize your money mistakes, and then you want to correct your errors of judgment. You know, what are you going to do different next time that situation arises? How are you going to fix that? Feel the pain, right? Feel the pain so you can have some power behind it. Next thing I want to talk about, man, I want to talk about this thing called multiple streams, okay? Now, I'm probably not going to hit this from the angle that you might want me to, but I'm talking about it anyway. And here's what I found. Obviously, we got the government shutdown that's going on right now. 800,000 federal employees without a paycheck, which tells me they didn't prepare, right? They didn't make sure that they didn't have all their eggs in one basket. And now they look at this. You put yourself in a position where you rely on the government or you rely on that one job. And then when that source dries up, you go begging, trying to get that source to open back up. You don't want to be in that situation. So don't just think, if you're not learning from this government shutdown, if you got a job and you are not saying to yourself, okay, how can I make sure that I'm protected if my job shuts down? How am I protected if my boss comes and say, we no longer need your services? If you're not looking at this right now and saying, okay, if the government can do this and put 800,000 people in jeopardy without being able to get a paycheck, and their bills ain't stopping, you better start thinking about what you're going to do. So obviously, multiple streams. You can't have just one. It is 2019. You cannot be in a position where you're relying on one stream of income. Now, I will say this. I believe that this year, in this year of technology, we now have it easy. Everybody putting out so easy. It's easy to have multiple streams, to acquire, to develop, to make sure you have multiple streams. Now, let me say simple. It's simple, not easy, because easy requires some work, okay? But I want you to think about this income that you have, whatever that may be, as a seed. And if it's a seed, then you want to plant it into some good ground so you can actually cultivate another tree and you can have a harvest. And the question is, well, where are you going to put it? And I'm telling you, in this year, 2019, if you got a paycheck coming in, man, it's really simple to have your online business selling something, right? Or maybe you're good at something that you can provide some type of service somewhere. You have to. It is imperative that you do not put all your eggs in one basket. I remember when I was growing up, I was 10 years old after my parents got divorced, and the next thing you know, my mom was out of work. They let her go, got the pink slip. She got a little severance check, right? And then after that dried up, she was doing whatever she needed to do to make sure the bill stayed on, the light stayed on. You don't want to be in a position where you got all your eggs in one basket, and then what happens when that dries up? It's imperative. So you want to take, if you have a check coming in, you want to take that check and use a portion of it to start something for yourself. Everybody put in the console, start something. You got to start something for yourself, something for your family, something for your children. You got to start something. Now, here's the good news. It don't matter what you start. right? Legacies and family fortunes are built from someone starting something. I can go on a list about 10 or 11 different families who are now in a great position with billions of dollars in their family name because someone started something 100 years ago. Matter of fact, there's a quote that said, there's someone sitting under the shade of a tree because someone planted that tree 100 years ago. My question to you, are you going to be that someone? Or are you going to not learn from this situation that's happening, put yourself back into the same situation, which would be stupid, and then next thing you know, you find yourself like, I should have listened. Damn, they cutting back. My job is on the line. My livelihood, what am I going to do? You can't wait to react. You got to take action. You got to be, matter of fact, you got to take control of your financial situation. Everybody put the guns on take control. You have to take control of your money. You have got to take control of your income. See, the government isn't stopping me. And the government may not even be stopping you because I don't know who's watching this right now. But you want to make sure that there's nothing that can stop you when it comes to taking care of your family, taking care of your loved ones, you living a life that you want to live. You got to take control. If you're unwilling to take control, then control will be seized by someone else. Man, how many of you guys really want to be in a position where someone can tell you that you are no longer getting a paycheck and you can't do nothing about it? Now, again, I'm not saying there's something wrong with the job. I'm telling you to use the job. Everybody putting down, so use the job. Use the job. Now, what's some great things you get from the job? Number one, you get some skills. See, I took from my job, I used my job, and I got some skills that I acquired from the job. And guess what? I used those skills when I no longer wanted to be at that job to then provide services that would then pay me for the services that I rendered. But if I never gotten a job in the first place, I wouldn't have the skills to pay the bills. So you get skills. Or something else that you get from the job. You get a paycheck. Now, unfortunately, too many of us, we spend way more than we make. So then we don't really have anything left over to then sow a seed into something else. Sow a seed into your dream, sow a seed into a business, sow a seed into something that you can at least have the opportunity. Everybody putting down, so opportunity. You at least have the opportunity to generate some income, generate more money out of something else outside of what you're connected to from your 9 to 5. It says that you might be working full-time on your job, but part-time on your fortune. Most of y'all don't even put yourself in position to work part-time on your fortune because you don't have anything to sow. You don't use your paycheck to sow a seed into your fortune, into your family's fortune, into your legacy, into your inheritance. You don't sow a seed. And guess what? If you don't sow a seed, you can't reap a harvest. You don't even give yourself an opportunity to sow a seed. Because why? Because everything else is more important. Now, of course, the government gonna get their taxes. That's a little bit of your money. And obviously, you got to take care of your needs. That's a little bit of your money. But too many guys are just for satisfying all of your wants. You want to go to the club, you want to drink, have 3 drinks, you want to eat at the finest restaurants, so you ain't there yet, but you want to look like you there. And then you go out, you get paid on Friday, you feeling rich. Then by the time Monday comes, you feeling poor, feeling broke. Now, what else does this do? This is what I'm talking about right now, using your job. When you change your perspective, say, man, I'm not just going to work on a plantation. I'm going somewhere to use this place so that I can further myself, not them. It's a whole different perspective. Man, I'm going there to learn. You know what I was doing on the job? I was reading all the manuals. Okay, how do they operate? Okay, what are they invested in? I was reading all of the company stuff so I could learn business. I didn't have to go to business school. I was at a job that taught me business. Oh, got marketing. Oh, they got, they got all these different branches of the business. Okay, HR and all this stuff. I didn't have to go to business school to learn business. I had a job that was a business and I learned from the job. How many guys look at your job as a learning institution? I didn't spend time arguing with people on lunch break about all the stuff that had nothing to do with where I was going in life. How many guys use your job as a learning institution to teach you skills that you can then use to pay the bills? Wasting time, complaining, all this stuff. When you could be utilizing that time so that you can build something for yourself, you can build wealth for yourself. So I recommend for anybody that got a job, right, that you find a way, everybody put it down, so find a way, that you find a way to use a little bit of that paycheck at month end, week, every 2 weeks or whatever, so you can start investing into something that you can build. Now notice this word here, something that you can build. You got to understand that this is going to require some work, that you're going to have to actually build it. Just like you build a tree house, just like you'll build, I don't know, a car, just like you'll build something. You're going to have to work, put in some effort and build this. Now, also understand this, that which you build, you don't build it overnight. You build it over time. Just imagine if you took, just say this next year, you say, I'm committed this year to building a wealth for myself and my family. I'm committed this year to taking just a little bit of my paycheck and put it into something else that we can grow, develop, cultivate, and build. And we do it for a year. Is there any way by this time next year you won't be happier? You won't be less stressed? You won't be, you know what I'm saying? Is there any way, if you did it, if you really committed to it for just a year? I'm telling you this principle that I thought, I said, man, am I willing? I had to be, listen, I had to be willing. Everybody put in comments on willing. I had to be willing to sacrifice just 1 year of my life, 1 year of being committed to something in order to have the best of the rest of my life. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Don't understand what I'm saying. I was willing to sacrifice. When I say sacrifice, that means put in 110% effort to build something for myself that could not be stolen or taken away from somebody else. They can't fire me from my gift. So I had to be willing to sacrifice a year of partying, a year of drinking, a year of hanging out, a year of doing nothing that was not getting me closer to my dream. I had to be willing to sacrifice a year of my life for the best of the rest of my life. And I'm telling you that in 2019, you can do that. Man, you could probably do that for as little as $50 a month. Start your little side thing that you got going on that you building. And now you working. Man, I teach this stuff. We teach this stuff in the Black Billionaires Club, by the way. We got mothers and fathers that are building something with their children. We teach this stuff. But guess what? Guess what? People won't even invest $10 a month to learn it. But they'll spend $10 just to get in the club every night, every weekend. So that's $10 on Friday, $10 on Saturday, 4 times a week. That's $80 that you spending just getting the club. Now you got to go get the drinks. Now you got to party. You got to park. Probably got to find $5, $10 to park, but you only spend $10 to learn what you don't know about money. This is why I tell people, not this year. This year, I understand the value of the knowledge. I understand the value of what I'm teaching. I understand the value of the education I bring into my community, and they will pay if they value it. Because I'm not going to undervalue myself anymore. I'm not going to undervalue. If you can pay $10 to do that, you can pay $10 to learn about money. Hey, guess what? If you don't pay, you just keep doing what you're doing for free and see where they get you. That's how I look at it now. Yeah, it doesn't cost anything to do nothing. Actually, it costs probably a whole lot more to do nothing. Costs a whole lot to just keep doing what you're doing. You know that, right? Keep on spending the $10, $15, $20, or $50 every weekend. Keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. That's going to cost a whole lot more than learning how to make your money work for you. So I was willing to sacrifice a year. A year of hitting it, a year of focus, a year saying, man, I can do this. Now I've been an entrepreneur for the past 6 years, 7 years. I think about going back sometime, but I ain't went back yet. Right? Because I understand how to bring value to the marketplace. Right? So you just took a little bit of your paycheck, you put it into something. Now you might be saying, well, what's something? Well, hey, you know, those specific questions require an appointment. So we can figure out what's that something for you. That requires appointment. That requires paying for my time. But yes, you can put your money into something that you can build for you and your family. Right? And guess what? You could be the one that breaks the cycle. You could be the one that breaks the poverty curse in your family. You could be that one. Man, what is going on with Facebook? To see when you start talking about this stuff, Facebook be like, you're not finna power your people. Lord Jesus, let me get this Facebook thing back up again. Ooh, Lord, it's getting hot in here. Let's try this again. Facebook don't want y'all. Facebook does not want y'all to see. I knew it. The enemy is so serious. He did not want y'all. He did not want us. Let me do this again. 1 second, Instagram. What's going on, Regina? All right. What was I? Oh, okay. So we'll give let's let Facebook catch up. I don't want them to miss this. And you're right, Regina. This should be global, but again, the reason why it won't be global is because most people, about 95% of people, are not looking for answers to their financial problem. And so because they're not looking, it won't show them. If they were looking, then it will pop up on their timeline. But because they're not looking, it won't even be in their vicinity. It won't even, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Think about it. You know, this wonderful thing called the internet knows what you're interested in. And because they have never been interested in anything financial, it will never even show up on their timeline for them to be like, oh, because it is nowhere in their peripherals. So I understand how this algorithm and stuff work. It feeds people what they want. And unfortunately, not enough people want to be free financially. Not enough people want it bad enough to even be looking for answers to their financial problems. So it just won't show up to them. Now, of course, if this was a concert or was somebody rapping or something like that, that's something they'd be interested in. They've been interested in the past. So it'll pop up, oh, we got something crazy going on Facebook. Go ahead and watch it. Oh, yeah, I've been looking for this. But they haven't been looking for financial solutions. Therefore, they cannot find it. I'm just telling you that because I don't want you to get frustrated because I see what you're doing. Guess what, Virginia? You always pop up on my timeline because I have been looking for stuff that has something to do with money. So when you do your little broadcast and you be talking about money and all the stuff you be talking about, guess what? You pop up on my feed. I'm telling you, it takes a little bit of change and it just, what can you say? What can you say? So anyway, we're just picking up where we left off at. I don't know what's going on Facebook, by the way, but I do know what's going on. Whenever there comes a time when someone's going to speak up for his people and try to educate them, especially when it comes to money, they do not want that happening. It's the same thing. They don't want to teach you about money, and they don't want nobody else to teach you either, because then that's going to be a problem. So I understand I'm a problem. I might get cut off again. I've been in Facebook jail before. Not a big deal, right? That's why I keep telling people, hey, you know, join the club so we ain't got to be worried about what Facebook gonna do and what they're not gonna do. But thank God for Facebook. Make a good connection. Thank God for Facebook connection. Anyway, so getting back to what I was talking about. Winning with money. Number one, I said, hey, look back, right? Look back. Recognize your money mistakes from last year and correct your errors of judgment. Okay? I'm telling you, it's a lot easier to go forward when you look back first. See where you come from. See what you overcome, all that stuff. It's a lot easier to be, oh man, look, okay. I learned, okay, we'll make that same thing. And start talking about, okay, well, now you might have the job or whatever the case may be, and you want to use the job. Don't let the job just use you. Everybody put console, use the job. Use the job. Don't let the job just use you. See, when you have a perspective like that, you're like, man, I'm going in here to get something. I'm not going in here just to work. Working is cool. I do my job. I can probably do my job in 3 hours. They're going to pay me for 8 hours. That's okay. But use the job. What can you get from that job? It's not about how much you get paid. What's really about is who you become while you're on that job. Who are you becoming? Who are you becoming? So you want to use that job to acquire skills, to learn stuff, to take your education to a whole nother level. And then you want to use your paycheck. You want to use your paycheck as a seed into something that you can grow and develop, something that you have an interest in. If you need help with that, you can get the help, but you're going to pay for my help. But you want to use your paycheck as a seed to sow into something, so now you can actually get into this place called multiple streams. Now let me talk about multiple streams. So people get this way messed up. So I had a lady that inboxed me and wanted to buy something from me because I sell products as well. And once she saw some of the stuff that I sell, she was like, "Oh, I like to sell this too. You know, I'm all about financial freedom." She's in Florida. I'm in Atlanta. I said, "Okay, cool. Well, we'll have opportunities for you to be able to sell some stuff, and we can make some money together, all that good stuff." And then she was like, "Yeah, I'm doing Legal Shield, and I'm doing Uber, and I think this would be something else I can do." I was like, "Oh man." I said, "Okay, cool. I see you all about that life, so hopefully it'll work out." I want you guys to understand, I had a big epiphany when it comes to this, and I'm so serious about this. When it comes to multiple streams of income, it's not just something cool to say. It's also not just something that you just, it's like, it seems like people are just adding stuff. They're trying. Okay, I understand. We are trying. I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try that, I'm gonna try this, like going to college, just try this. So we're trying. But I want to tell you that too many of you that are out there, you are trying too much stuff. And especially these MLMs. I know somebody that's working for 4 different MLMs. How in the world do you really expect to build any one of them if you're working for 4 of them? That doesn't make any sense. And even myself, I'm not even in MLMs, but I realized coming into this year that I had to get focused. And here's my question to you as it relates to whatever it is that you want to build, whatever multiple streams that you're going to have, whatever that is. I want to know from you, and this is a question you want to put in the comments below, what are you going to be known for? What do you want to be known for as it relates to the marketplace? Let me give you an example. So when I was young, right, growing up a little in the hood, we had the candy lady. She was known for selling candy. I didn't know her name. I just know that whenever we wanted to have something sweet, we go see the candy lady. What was she known for? Selling candy. It's just that simple. But some of us, as with our infinite wisdom, and people talk about multiple streams of income, we don't understand there's a lot that comes with multiple streams. What comes with multiple streams? Being able to manage multiple streams is the biggest thing. There's absolutely no way that you can cultivate 15 different things actively at the same time. I got multiple streams, but a lot of my streams are passive. I don't have to touch. I don't have to call. I don't have to invite. I don't have to do all that. They are passive streams of income. Too many of you guys got too many active streams, and therefore you can't build a good base because you're all over the place. You are a jack of all trades, a master of none, and you're still broke. Now, don't get mad at me because I'm going to keep it real with you. You are a jack of all trades, a master of none, and you are still broke. Yeah, you got multiple streams, but you really don't have multiple streams. You got multiple things that you're attached to, but they're not streams yet. Just keep it real. They're not streams. They're multiple liabilities because you're paying every month, you're putting money into it, but you're not making any back. So there's not a stream. That's a liability. When we talk about multiple streams, that means bringing money into your storehouse. It's giving you a surplus. But that's not what you guys are doing. You guys are attaching yourself to all these different opportunities, and you're hoping that one of them does something for you, but they're not streams of income. There's a lot more going out than there is coming in. That's a problem. And then you now have connected yourself to something that you don't own. So if that source, just like the job, dries up, they go out of business, whatever else, now you don't have that opportunity anymore. Right? Which tells me that we have done no thinking as it relates to opportunity that come across our path. When I talk about opportunities, this is something else that we teach again and again. Number one, you want to be able to see the opportunity. First, you got to see the opportunity. I think we got good at that. Okay, that might be an opportunity. It came across it. Oh, okay, it could be an opportunity. After you see the opportunity, you gotta evaluate it. This is what we don't do. Does this make sense? Does this fit into what I do? Is this in my lane? Do I have the time to work on this? You got your full-time job, you're doing Uber and Lyft, you got a MLM over here, an MLM over here, nothing to yourself that you're building. Again, I promote, and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with network marketing. I mean, that's your thing, but know what comes with it. Somebody said the other day, oh, it's only a $10 investment. No, it's not. It may be $10 for me to be a part of it, but I got to think about all the time I have to invest recruiting and training other people for us to do this MLM. Let's keep it real. And you'll also find in these MLMs that Black people are typically at the bottom of the totem pole, predominantly. It always comes to the Black community last, not first. Uh-oh. I can go down a list of them. It comes to us last, not first. And guess who makes all the money? The people who came to first. Now, again, I'm not saying anything. Hey, that's if it fits, if it's in your lane, you're doing health and wellness, and you join a health and wellness MLM, that makes sense. Okay, that's what you want to do. You don't want to really build your own. You want to be a part of a network. You want to be a part of a team. You want to have people that you can connect with and build together. That makes sense. But Vivi, if you say you want to be in health and wellness, but health and wellness, but you connected to an MLM that has nothing to do with health and wellness, that doesn't make sense. Why? Am I making any sense? I mean, is it just me, or does that not? I don't know. Tell me, am I stupid? I had a lady that was she was a choreographer. She did dancing. She was a dancer. She, said that was her passion. And then she signed up for an MLM selling insurance. It didn't make sense. Now, of course, I couldn't tell her it didn't make sense, but I'm thinking in my head, that doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? That takes you far away from what it is that you say you're passionate about. Right? So if you're going to do it, make sure it falls in line with the direction that you're going, with who you are, with what you want to do, so that you can really give it your all. And it doesn't take away from what it is that you want to do, the impact that you want, what you want to be known for. I'm telling you, this is, I'm just having an honest conversation with you. Everybody ain't going to like it. And I'm telling you, because everybody don't like somebody who's going to really be honest with them. We got to start thinking, people. Right? Well, if you say, Vivian, hey, I want to be known for health and wellness, and now you're connected to something, and you're doing your essential oils, and you're promoting and educating the people about health and wellness, and you provide them with some healthy alternatives and all that. That's what you do. That's what you be known for. That would make sense. Whether you do it on your own or you connect with another company that gives you resources for you to do it, that would make sense. But it's fortunate. You're fortunate that you're connected to a group of people who will help you make sense of it all. Too many of us are in the wilderness. We're not connected to nobody. We're making all decisions by ourselves. Think about this. Think about this for a second. No financial education. 30, 40 years of our lives. Always have financial decisions to make, and we are not connected to anyone who we can talk to about money. Is there any wonder why? Many of us are broke, busted, and disgusted. Many of us have debt to above our heads. Any wonder why we're in the deep, but we don't have no river, we don't have no paddle, no lifesaver? Any wonder why? No financial education. Financial decisions every day of our lives. No one to talk to about money. And then I won't even take the time to connect with people that can talk to me about money because I don't know, we were taught not to talk about money. Any wonder why? So I understand the climate. But something's got to change. And guess what, guys? For things to change for you, you got to change. For things to get better for you, you got to get better. I'm not going to sit here and complain about what I wasn't taught because I understand I'm an adult and I can learn what I don't know. I can learn what I don't know. I just have to want to learn it. Right? It makes sense, right? Hey, you know what? I'm sick. I have, I'm overweight. I got high blood pressure. I want to fix this. Well, I got to learn what to do. And guess what? I can learn it. Oh, I can't see when I'm driving for some reason, right? And I don't want to get in the car. I want to crash, so I gotta learn what's going on with my eyes. Guess what? I can learn it. The same way you can learn what to do to fix broke or fix debt or whatever it is that you might be dealing with. So yes, financial ignorance is a sickness, but sicknesses can be cured. The thing about financial ignorance, ignorance means not knowing, is that you can learn what you don't know. So it's really very temporary. It's really not a sickness. It's more just I don't know. I mean, it's just, we just have to want to learn it. I had a desire. And once I saw, it took me, once I saw how much money this company was making, once I saw that other people were doing things and they were having it a little bit easier. And once I saw, I said, something ain't right. I'm working 40, 50 hours a week. I mean, I'm making pretty decent money, but I was still broke. I said, something ain't right. And so I had a desire to fix what was wrong. And to fix what was wrong meant that I had to learn what I didn't know. The same way I went to college to learn what I didn't know. The same way I went to elementary school to learn what I didn't know. When it comes to money, I decided I was going to learn what I didn't know. And of course, I found myself being the youngest and the darkest person in all the rooms that I went to. But guess what? That didn't stop me. I wanted to learn what I didn't know. Now, here's what I know. Here's what most of us know when it comes to money. Okay? Let's just keep it real. Ain't too many people gonna keep it real. What do we know? Number one, we know how to spend it. Oh, yeah, we know how to spend some money. We know how to do that. Number two, what else we know? We know how to give it. Tithes and offerings every Sunday. We know how to give it all away. Now, I'm not saying it's good, bad, and different, but we know how to give it all away. Number three, we know how to leverage what we can't afford. In other words, we know debt very well. We know those things. Now, how do we know those things? We learned them. We learned them. So, if we want the opposite in our life, our financial lives, then we got to learn what we don't know. Now, here's the good news. Now, y'all tired of me yelling. Here's the good news. The gospel. You ain't got to do it by yourself. You don't have to. We set a group up, New Black Wall Street, the Black Billionaires Club. Guess what we do? We study billionaires. We study billionaires. So we can learn what they have done, learn what they have read, learn what they know. Now, those are Black billionaires. So if they can do it, we can do it. So we study them, we learn what they have done, and then we do what they do. So if you're saying you want to learn, you want to fix the problem, well, you can join us at any point in time. Just simply go to theblackbillionairesclub.com. Click join the BBC. It's a $10 decision. I tell people all the time, if you're willing to make a $10 decision, you'll never be in a position to make a $10,000 decision or a $10 million decision because you have a hard time making a $10 decision. So if you want to join us, just simply do that. You'll learn about financial literacy. You learn about money. You learn how to make more money. You learn how to make your money work harder for you than you work for it. If you could do it by yourself, if you could get out of debt by yourself, if you could build that business by yourself, if you could whatever, you can do it by yourself, it'll already be done. I'm telling you to think about it and get out of the wilderness. Get out of the desert where you're out there by yourself. Believe me, I know. We weren't taught. But there's no excuse for us not to learn. And we got some examples. We got some examples. 12 of them. Richest black people in the world. Those are some great examples to learn from at the Black Billionaires Club. So just a quick recap, guys. Again, just want to share some quick tips on how to fix broke. I know our broadcast got broken up. But you want to do, one, you want to look back. You want to look back over your past years, see about the issues, see about the money mistakes that you made in 2018. And you want to correct your errors of judgment so you don't make those same mistakes this year, right? You want to learn how to use your job. Number one, to get the skills. Number two, to get the paycheck, to then use the paycheck to sow a seed into the business that you're going to start for you and your family. So you can start working on your fortune. You work full-time on your job, part-time on your fortune. When you get off work, you're not tired. You're uninspired because you're not working toward anything. Let me say that again. When you get off your job, you're not tired. You're uninspired because you're not working towards anything. You look forward to getting off work so you can watch TV. I'm telling you, when you get off work, you start looking forward to building with your son and your daughter. You're thinking about the empire that you're going to have. You're thinking about the skills that you're going to teach them. You're not going to be tired. You'll be looking forward to it. Like, I can't wait till I can do this full time. Now we're working on something. Making sure that when the government shut down, when the job shut down, when whatever happens, we still got something for us to go and feed our family. If you don't learn from this time in history, if you don't learn from history at all, you're doomed to repeat it. I want you to understand that what you don't know about money is hurting you. What you don't know about money is hurting you. Then last but not least, talk about multiple streams. We'll talk about that more. I'll talk about that more. I do a lot of that discussion in our group. Again, the Black Billionaires Club that you can choose to join so you can learn about money, how to make more of it, and then also how to make it work for you. What you don't know is hurting you. All right, my beautiful people, man, this is ERGJ, man, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises and ERGJ Black Bazaar. What's going on, Marva? Also, international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club, A Study of Black Wealth, a study of the 12 richest black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. I just believe that if you want to be wealthy, you should study wealthy people. Hey, guys, I want you to remember this, that it takes a village, and it starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, people. But guess what? That's enough. Now, I pray to God preserve each and every one of you. I pray also that you got something out of this today. That not only will you take it and be knowledge for you, but you'll also understand what I've shared with you tonight. And then you will apply it to your life so it turns into wisdom. Knowledge is only half the battle. To know is only half the battle. What you do with what you know is what makes the difference. Hey, man, until next time, you know what time it is, man. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
The new Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We will see you all there in the next episode of the new Black Wall Street.